All right, here we go again. Buckle up. So, as far as NYPD and surveillance, no tool is generally corrupt. People are corrupt. I use this example. If you were to tell everybody in NYPD they could murder, you can go out and murder people today. It's over. We don't have any laws that restrict us from murdering people. You're only going to get a certain percentage of NYPD go out and murder people. Probably a small percentage. They'll be like, "What? This is a trap. I do it, but come get me later." No, I'm kidding. But most people won't do it. Again, there's people. A lot of reasons why people do it. Use things corruptly. Sometimes there's mitigating circumstances. Sometimes there's not. So again, usually internal affairs is tasked with managing that. And again, you have to make sure internal affairs. This is how weird the world is. You have to make sure internal affairs isn't going after innocent people while protecting the guilty people, as I explained earlier, and possibly the Epstein files. So you just got to make sure they're not like using it in a whacked way, right? So put somebody in. I don't want to tell you to change anybody because I don't know I don't want you to take a good person and put a bad person in because I don't know who anybody is. But make sure you have good people in internal affairs, and that's it. It doesn't require what they're trying to do is get some sort of outside and enforcement to meddle in law enforcement investigations so they can do what? So they can leak it and stop investigating, stop you from investigating people that need to be investigated. The same reason I think this whole focus on the Epstein file is there. It's to manipulate the system to investigate people that are at best, fringe offenders where, major offenders are out there offending every day and nobody wants them investigated. That may be the cue clue. Right? As soon as you stop investigating their cronies, then they'll, stop saying Epstein, Epstein, Epstein. Right? But then again, we can't do that. We have to fix what we can while we're in, whether you're Democrat or Republican. Yeah, it's a big Hollywood thing. It's all Hollywood production, all of it. Wag the Dog was it called or something like that. There was a movie about that. So we need to just make sure again that's the usual posture of this thing. You just make sure that people aren't corruptly using anything. Again, most people that complain about it have ties to crime, and they don't want you to use allow the use of tools that would stop that crime. It's how we catch pedophiles. It's how we catch sex traffickers. That's how we catch terrorists. How we catch everyone. But not the only way we catch people. But that's used for every type of operation. It's very basic. It's nothing major. It was here before 9/11. So the only thing you need to do, I had it used corruptly on me, but I'm not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Actually, multiple times over decades. So again, just make sure they're using it honestly. That's all. So you just make sure your people in internal affairs are on the same team. And again, internal affairs doesn't mean somebody gets fired or even reprimanded. Right? Just catch it early, catch it fast, and then you mitigate if appropriate. And a letter in the file for 6 months or a year or something, if that's where you go with it. Yeah, I'm not trying to tell anybody how to do their business. It's just there is correct business and incorrect business, and took in the idea that I'm just some hardcore cop that wants to be a Nazi. That's not true. In fact, the hardcore cops that want to be a Nazi are actually anti-ICE. Tell you the truth, that's how it works. So why is Lutnick and Bassan up there? So Howard Lutnick should come up with a program, a commerce program to motivate spending. Something like, "Don't be a Jew, spend your money." Just in case you don't know, Howard Lutnick and I are both Jewish. But again, Basant and Mr. Lutnick need to brainstorm programs that it's patriotic to help the economy. If you made all that money in the Dow, spend a little. Help the economy come back up to where we need it. And then you'll make more money actually. So we want that's how trickle down is supposed to work. So we need people to take some of the money they just made off of the tax refund, off of the the market, buyer's market turning into a rally and all of that. And they need to take that money and start spending it. So companies will hire people. Again, it's going to be difficult to gauge where the jobs are and how it's working while you're getting rid of a portion of the economy. But they're not total economy people. You understand what I'm saying? They're actually taking away from the U.S. citizen and giving it to the immigrant. And most of them are like on parole and unlawfully here to a certain degree, if not complete degree. No, that's transfer of wealth. We're transferring wealth to the immigrants while taking it away from us and using like thug cops and stuff like that were corrupt to do it. So the economy didn't really tell you where the U.S. citizen was. It was telling you where the Somali fraudster was, where the narco, where the sex trafficker was. Like, oh, Biden's making all this money. We didn't make any. I mean, small portion of this. Like if you're in real estate selling cars, you probably sold to an immigrant that was using laundered money. So we need to restore the real economy and build real businesses. Apparently, some Chinese business is in the United States, like beating the pants off of everybody that's his competitor. So I don't know what's going on there. But again, we have a tax base here, and he's paying taxes, or she's paying taxes, or they're paying taxes. So we are benefiting from that corporation's business a little bit more than we would have if they were based in China. So there is a capability to make money here, apparently. And again, the other businesses could be narco businesses, and their funds could be drying up. A lot of the businesses, maybe would have went belly up under Biden, but didn't because they were, had fraudster money, narco money. But that's the ills of the economy cost the government, cost the taxpayer. Right? So it all has to reverse. This didn't happen overnight. Eventually, they'll bring immigrants in, but there'll be people that we say, okay, you want to be a barista? Here's a visa to be a barista. It shouldn't be just illegal immigration, parole, and then you get to be a barista. Because they're stealing that job from the real person in Mexico that we want here being the barista. So again, they just need to get some sort of program together to get people to actually partake in the economy and give back instead of just squirreling it away for a day that will never come that they don't need it for. to be more active in the economy. Or if they want to, they can gift it to something or somebody. If they can't, if they find they can't spend it, give it to somebody else to spend. Give your if you have employees, give your employees a raise. Then they'll go out and spend it.